Coming live direct from Los Angeles, California. It's the Dr. Greenthumb Show.
What's poppin'? You're watching the Dr. Greenthumb Show right here on BREALTV, Facebook Live, and others. What's poppin'? I got DJ C-.
What up?
I got DJ Lenny Ducano.
What up?
I got the Treehouse. And it is what it is, man. How you guys doing?
I'm good. Stony. Well, about to be a little more stony, but
Yeah, it's Flavor Friday.
I like that.
So there's flavors running throughout the building. Yes. It's been a very busy week.
Indeed.
Been running in meetings. I was in some sessions with my man Burnzelli. This was the last week of production on Los Meros.
Nice.
So, we're just popping out some songs. I gotta say, we got some killer fucking songs coming.
I can't wait to hear.
I
heard
can't
like
wait
one
to hear
or
it.
two.
That's tight.
No, yeah. There's one we got with the boss, Rick Ross.
Oh shit!
It's fucking popping, yo.
That's tight.
I'm gonna leak it next week. I'm gonna play it for you motherfuckers right
Yeah,
now.
bring that.
Yes, I will.
I love that.
I will.
Yeah.
Because people, sometimes they hit me. I don't know, I don't know if you guys notice this, but sometimes I'll get hit, in my comment section of Instagram. They'll be like, man, all you do is talk about weed, man. You used to fucking be about music and blah, 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 blah. I said, man, you obviously don't follow them because,
Right.
I've been talking about all these projects that are music-related projects like Los Meros with Burner and I finishing up. It's going to pop out April 20th, right? This album I worked on with Scott Storch, which is going to pop out in June or July.
That's a good one.
It's a very good one.
That's a good one.
This Cypress album that I've been talking about, that we're going to fucking pop it out in fucking October. It's like, come on, man. I've been talking about this music. What you want?
Man.
So I'm going to talk about weed and music, all right?
No, we're talking about weed.
It's Flavor Fridays, man.
If you please.
Go to that fucking dispensary. We got Plum Loco, Holland Space Cake, California Cherries, Gotti Flow, butter cake, Dolce, all them fly ass insane flavors. It's
I like flavors.
Flavor Friday. But you know what? We got stories right here, real quick, and Lenny's got story one.
Yeah, and our first story comes out of Major League Baseball. So they're allowing their baseball players to smoke cannabis, but not hold endorsements or sponsorships until retirement.
I can dig that. Because, listen, there's a lot of kids that watch baseball.
Yes.
And it would be kind of weird if, these players that are active had endorsements and they see their fucking idol on some sort of weed promotion. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the athlete promoting fucking cannabis, but I mean, when you got kids that are like 5 years old, that's a little bit too early to expose them to that. So I sort of agree with that. I'm glad that they're at least allowing them to medicate and to smoke recreationally.
Yeah.
They can invest when they retire. Right now, they don't need to invest. They don't really need the endorsements. They got fucking money.
Yeah, they're chilling.
So some of these baseball players are making money. They don't need no goddamn endorsements or sponsorships. Although it would be cool to endorse
Fuck
an
yeah.
athlete like that. I would. Dr. Greenthumbs would. For sure we would.
You know what I'm saying?
So if one of you basketball players or baseball players in Los Angeles would like to get a Dr. Greenthumb hookup, hey, I'm the doctor. I'll hook you up. But it's good to see that baseball is allowing this. Especially in the states that are, medicated, medical or recreational. I think that's fucking awesome. That's a big step.
Yes.
NBA should follow suit. NFL should follow suit.
Field goal.
And soccer should too.
Yeah, Durant was saying like,
And hockey, because I
Yep.
know hockey players get high as a motherfucker.
yeah,
I know some. Ha, love. Anyway, I think that's fucking awesome, man. But should they be allowed to smoke before the game, Lenny?
I think so. Just like what Durant was saying, like it does no harm. It's not like a steroid to where it enhances playment. You know,
Yeah,
like
but
it does no wrong.
But when you got a pitcher that's throwing a fucking 100-mile-an-hour or 98-mile-an-hour fucking fastball and he's high as fuck,
Yeah.
you know, can he really be that accurate? I think he can.
I think,
But I
you get-
mean, you know, because you got Michael Phelps. You know what I'm saying? That's all anybody's got to say, right?
Right?
But you know, I'm just saying,
Champion.
there's always those people that are always going to question, should a pitcher be high as fuck throwing a fastball? I say, yeah, probably. I mean, if he's like a seasoned smoker, if he's a rookie smoker, no, then he should not be.
yeah,
I think if you get high like we do, which most athletes do,
I think it's okay.
I think it's okay.
Like if we were gonna rewind a year or two into the postseason of the Dodgers, I would want Kershaw to smoke at like one of those last games that he choked. And shit.
Yeah.
Like, yo, come take a hit, 7th inning.
Yeah, take a 7th inning hit. Well, we smoke on this.
Fucking shit, man. Fucking shit.
What's up, B?
What's up, man? Fuck these motherfuckers, dude. These bitch-ass fuckheads fucking rolling joints like fucking idiots.
What?
We got, you know, the fuck place is dirty. The sound guy
What?
fucking sucks. Everything fucking sucks, man. I need to fire all these motherfuckers right now.
Man, hit this, bro.
The fuck, man?
Breathe on that, man. You good now? Yeah. Don't panic, baby. It's organic.
Stoners, you're not you when you're not high.
What's good, everybody? Eric Bober right here from the mighty Cypress Hill, and I'm welcoming you to come through at the William Grant Still Art Center this Saturday. The doors are going to open 3 to 6, March 7th. Come on down. You're going to see old photographs, artifacts, old instruments, music, performances, food, all that, and it's free. So come down this Saturday, March 7th, at the William Grant Still Art Center in LA. It's going to be going down. Spanish Grease, the life and times of Willie Bobo. Come through, y'all.
Welcome back to the Dr. Greenthumb Show right here on BREALTV and YouTube and Facebook and Spotify and iTunes and all over wherever you hear the podcast. Here we are right in front of you.
Yeah.
On a
Apple
Friday.
Music, all that.
Apple Music on a Friday.
On a Friday.
That's what we're
On
doing.
a Flavor Friday.
This is, man.
I'll be real.
Yep.
I'm DJ Lenny Ducano.
And we're right here.
Yeah.
And C- got story 2.
Yeah. This is basically about, it's looking like it's shaping up to be, for the Democratic nomination, it's going to be Bernie versus Joe Biden, because a lot of the candidates just seem to, I mean.
They gone.
They're gone. Warren is gone.
Gone.
You know.
Bloomberg gone.
Yeah, gone. Bloomberg is gone.
Like gang to gone.
But true. Can't even, you know, but it's
Out of here.
it's amazing to me. You know, it's going to be interesting to see which way they go, because I know Bernie has a lot of the young energy behind him, man.
Yes, he does.
You know,
it's going to be a hell of a run, because it's even though he's an old dude, he represents the young. So it's going to be like the young versus the older folks in
Yes.
the Democratic Party. I believe there's like a clear split right here happening, and it's crazy that most of them went to support Biden,
which is
because
crazy.
he represents the
Old.
same old politics, but that's what the majority of people are used to. But that's that's why some people got tired of the same old politics and went and voted this fucking guy, the glitch, into office. You know what I'm saying? Because people are tired of that same old shit. So it's going to be highly contested. We'll see where it goes. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I think every day this particular election gets more interesting with a new development of some sort.
Yeah.
It's truly, truly amazing
This
to watch.
is like the ultimate reality show that we're watching. You know, they've made running for president like a hell of a reality show, and then, you know, the actual when you win has been like the most entertaining reality show we've watched in terms of presidencies. It's been entertaining to say the least. You know, frustrating, unnerving, and all the things that you could think of that you know would drive a motherfucker crazy, but you know, entertaining. So you know, hey, listen, it is what it is. Get over it. Let's go. But we're gonna see how it plays out for these guys, and we'll see where it all goes from there. Because this is just part one.
The main bout hasn't started.
Yeah, we're getting into the with the primaries, right? Like this is like. We're just
wait until the Democrats choose their one.
Yeah,
and then Trump starts attacking them like crazy.
Yeah,
Well,
he's just waiting.
Well, I think the ratings on all these fucking networks that are pumping it out are going to be absolutely amazing when this happens. Anyway, enough of that, and let's get with this.
All right, so we made it to this fucking place. It's called the Barcade, and it's literally, what is it, Highland Park? Highland Park. Yeah, we actually ran into somebody who actually seems to be a fan of the show outside. It was it's a trip. It was cool. It's one of those neighborhoods, and I guess this is the most green kind of place you could go because they actually run on all green energy. It's like your typical kind of bar menu, but they kind of cater to like a bit of vegan cuisine in a sense. This is a place of craft beer. I'm gonna fuck around and I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to literally go with this. This sounds really big, and it sounds like my fucking heart attack. But I'm gonna have to go with the double dip burger and a side of buffalo wings. Where's that 10%? That's how I choose beers. Right here. Dude, just Planet Row, Groot.
I'm gonna grab the chicken and waffle grilled cheese and order tots.
You remember that Terminator 2 movie where like the cop goes looking for the kid, and like you remember like where he tells him, he's like, oh man, he's like there's some dude looking for you. This place reminds me of that place. Yeah, it does. So it kind of has that kind of vibe. All right, so what I got here is, you know, it's crazy. Sour beers are usually like very rare when they're on tap, unless you go to like a microbrewery or like a place that really specializes in having a good selection of sour beers. But this is the Rome 2018. It literally tastes like one of those half and half things, you know, like a snake bite or like a professional snake bite. That's a quite refreshing beer. It's 10.2% in alcohol. There's two items that I had to switch up. C- is grilled chicken and waffle sandwich. They were out of the waffle machines fucked up, so we couldn't showcase it. So he got the pulled pork grilled cheese. Tater tots are here's the thing that's slightly different. They always serve these without no salt. One thing I taste here, they gave him the French fry treatment. So like it. The cool thing is that it comes with 3 different sauces, man. Yeah, man. I mean, if you're just gonna drink, this is probably ideal what you want to go with. Look at this shape. Like, you can't drip this shit. Special sauce. Special sauce. Then you got like Thousand Island kind of sauce, and then you got regular fucking ketchup. I kind of prefer this one out of anything. More of the creamy one, thicker. I think that one tastes kind of like a very cheesy kind of taste. Yeah, I like that one better. But see, here's the thing: when you smoke professionally, you're able to still distinguish these things. It doesn't. We're not the type of stoners that's like, oh man, this shit all tastes good. I mean, it does, but there's levels to this shit. So honestly, yeah, look at this. It's like a finger tot. Finger tot. Yeah, like, you gonna tell me the truth, motherfucker?
Say it again.
Say it again.
Where's the money, Lebowski? Where's the money, Lebowski?
Stupid ass potato. Oh, here comes the food.
This is the short rib grilled cheese. I think it's pulled short rib with a grilled cheese. So it's pretty simple. And then they got fries, And then you got the mac and cheese.
I always like that they have this, like, you know, the crunchy texture on top. It's like breadcrumbs. I love that. I always like, it's like, it looks very dry on top, but in reality, when you start going about it, it's like when you start digging when you're finger banging some girl. Like, you know, when you start digging it and it gets all even wetter.
I think you mentioned this before.
But yeah, this you have, it's like there's a reference with the mac and cheese. So like the more you dig into it and you do this, like like the more you start seeing the cheeses blend and everything. And I'm just gonna go for it. It's a little messy. I feel look at me, I'm Tony Soprano. You gotta blow on it, man. Pause. It's fucking hot. This is the kind of dish that if you're gonna come on a date, you can definitely go ahead and order this right off the bat. And you ready to eat your sandwich?
I'm ready to eat my sandwich. You guys ready? All right. It's like the grilled cheese that your mom would make, or you would make it as a kid, with tender.
Welcome back to the Dr. Greenthumb Show. I'm Dr. Greenthumb. I'm here with C- and Lenny Ducano.
What up?
Yeah, and today, LAX made an announcement.
Yes.
Flyers can now officially fly with an ounce of weed.
Yes.
And or 8 grams of concentrate.
Yeah.
And I think that shit is great. I mean, you know, listen, people have been flying with weed for a long time. People have been flying with ounces in a while.
Yeah.
You know, saying to other people, hey, you know, they're allowing this, but there was no official statement, so people were still sort of reluctant.
Mm-hmm.
But now that they've made this statement, you know, people will feel at ease if they chose to leave California with an ounce of cannabis to their final destination.
Yes. Now, it must be noted that LAX is one of the only airports that is this laxed about it because it is legal here.
Yes.
So, depending where you're flying into, you could be searched on the other end, but you're not going to get hassled coming out of or into
well,
LAX.
You know, they would have to search every single fucking person coming off a California flight. That would take a lot of resources because there's a lot of planes that come from California at all times into all these destinations. So, you know, if you're just traveling with the ounce, what fucking big deal is it? That sort of lets you know what the temperature is, that eventually legalization or decriminalization is going to hit.
It's coming.
You know, federally. So, you know, to me, that's sort of like an indicator because I don't think they would go out of their way to announce it if that wasn't like something that might be coming.
True that.
So that's not bad news to me. And then you could, you know, for the guys and chicks that like to do the dabs, 8 grams of concentrate.
I'm saying.
That's perfect. That's all you need for like a weekend trip.
Man.
An ounce and 8 grams.
Are you kidding me?
Little nice weekend getaway.
That's a fucking nice little fucking get down right there.
You're good for like 3 to 4 nights, you know?
Yeah, I think it's more than enough.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you smoke like we do, that's just right. For others that don't smoke as much, that's way more than
That's
enough.
a lot.
People could probably take like 2 grams and fucking like, you know, a eighth of weed.
Yeah.
They're like good to go.
Super good.
If you're smoking what we're smoking.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And speaking of smoking what we're smoking, you might want to try this.
Let me ask you this, Mace. Let me ask you this because you came, like myself, you came in before my time. You came in that era where they would have the seminars, like the Jack the Rappers and the New York Music Seminar, and all that shit. And that, like, those were seminars, in case y'all never heard of it, those were seminars that major labels and even some considered independent labels would send their artists there for exposure to, you know,
overall to the industry, and you know, everybody's pretty much like it was the testing ground for what you had coming out for the year and the following year to come.
Yeah, everyone had to do showcases.
Yeah.
You know, because you had people that were promoters, agents, fucking shop owners, managers,
all label reps.
Yeah.
You know.
And these were the folks that your prospective label were showing out. They were showing their product out to all the others, and they were just sort of, getting the temperature on what everybody else had.
It's similar to what Puff does with Revolt.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now, I think he's the only one at the Revolt Summit. He's the only one now I could say probably is carrying the spirit of what we came up on with the New York seminar.
I got to tell you, those were great times because that allowed us all to network together and sort of like
rappers was actually in the crowd. There was no VIP, none of that kind of shit going on. It was it was more so either you was by the bar or you was just in the crowd.
Everybody supported each other back then. It was crazy. That was a crazy time, and this would happen in New York for the New York Music Seminar. This would happen.
Never see that no more.
Jack the Rapper in Atlanta. Well, because here's the thing: those things got busted out when all the thuggery started happening in hip hop, when the gangster shit infiltrated fully.
The thuggery and bullshit gossip.
Yeah.
Sucker shit.
Yeah.
So we hope you were enlightened by that. This is the Dr. Greenthumb Show with C-. DJ Lenny Ducano and myself, Dr. Greenthumb, a.k.a. Be Real. And so last story before we get into the Instagram top 3. This story is quite ridiculous, but, noteworthy. Trae Young nutmegs Trevor Ariza.
What does that mean?
It's when you're dribbling and you dribble the ball through the legs of your opponent. It's one of the most disrespectful things you could do.
Yeah, if you do that in the NBA, like the dude that you do it on, like is pissed if you get it off.
Here it comes. Look, through his legs.
He didn't.
Was like, you ain't doing that to me, man. Don't be playing me like that. That's what Trevor Ariza said. Because guess what? Trevor Ariza is a world champion with the Lakers. He's won rings. He's like, you don't do that to me, homeboy. I'm a champion. I was Kobe's homie.
Oh, look at that dude.
You looked up to Kobe. I played with him. I won rings with him. You ain't nutmegging me, homie.
No.
Now, B, what do you think? As a big guy is allowed to dunk on anyone under his size, do you think shorter guys should do whatever they can?
I think it's fair game.
You think it's okay? It's not a diss move.
I think it's fair game. Like you said, the big guys could slam on the little guys. There's no rule against that. So there shouldn't be a rule against the little guys being able to dribble through the big guy's legs. I mean, it's if you can pull it off, it should be legal.
Yeah, not everyone can do that.
Yeah, but not everybody could do that. He did it to you. Sorry.
Yeah, there's a little debate going on if it's like a
because
a
it's
move or if it's a diss.
Well, because it's like a pass to yourself. Well, and it's not a diss.
I don't think it is.
I don't think it's
taken
a diss.
that way, right?
It's a skill. It's a skill set he has, and I've seen other guards do it. He's just doing it more frequently to people.
Oh wow!
Because he's better at it. So
it's not as bad, but street ball where they throw the ball at your head,
they
at your head, like
and what they teed him up for that?
Oh, they teed up Ariza?
No, they teed up Trae Young.
Oh, but
not for the dribble through the legs. I think because he was taunting after he made that shot right there. But hey, listen, if you're guarding him, you got to know that's one of his moves.
He's good.
He's going to dribble through your legs and make you look stupid.
Which is
this it right here?
Yeah, here goes. Dribble through your legs.
Oh, Rizza. He was not feeling it.
Yeah, he's like, don't do that shit to me, man. Hell no. Anyway.
Sports.
That's the sports ball.
Sports ball happening. That was a good sports ball I watched.
We'll be back right after this with the Instagram top 3. The federal government has been tapping phones forever. This is just another form of tap. And if you don't know that it's happening, it's been happening. George Bush Jr., whatever, had all of our phones tapped after 9/11. So this should not be like
I went to jail. When they put me in jail, they had my phones tapped. They had helicopters flying over top of my house.
Just to make you an example.
I was totally under surveillance and I had no clue at all. Because you're not paranoid.
Yeah.
Why would you suspect anything or anybody?
Listen, with this kind of stuff we've talked about in our careers, you obviously doing it much longer than I have. I mean, you got to know that it comes with the territory. And if you don't and you're living oblivious to that, you could make yourself paranoid. But if you sort of know and it's in the back of your head and you're going like that anti-hero type of deal, like, listen, I just don't give a fuck. I'm going to say what I want to say, and that's
what it is.
It is time for the top 3 Instagram posts of the week, according to BREALTV, here with Lenny Ducano E-Zone. And we got some good ones for you today, as we always do, because our pick game is enormous.
Oh, for sure.
That shit does taste good. Whatever you had.
That shit tastes good right there. Sorry, we're joint trading right now because we got some flavor up in here, up in the building. Sorry.
It's been one of those seasons where, like, you can store fucking weed in a vault and look back at it, like, a couple months and be like, oh, shit.
Look back at it. Look back at it.
I got some treasures.
Also, this is some of that.
Yeah.
Oh, this shit is good.
Now you see why I'm looking through it.
I'm going to break some jars out that I got. I'm going to bring them tomorrow.
All right.
They're good right now. Trust me. All right.
See?
Yeah. This is good. All right, let's get on with it. You got the first one, Lendu.
Yep, and Pedro came through with a heavy winning one. This kid over here is like a drift mechanic. So this one's called Welcome to the Drift Shop.
You would like to drive like that?
I wish I had the skill for that because, like, I mean, even if I were to try it, my biggest thing is, like, damn, te vas a matar.
I would take lessons on doing that.
Yeah, like, if I could take lessons to do it, yeah, but, like, I'm not going to go ahead and just grind,
I would like to go do that LAPD, that fucking highway patrol course. Do one of those classes. That's ill because they teach you how to drift in water like that, like, to control your shit. Yeah. They spray fucking a thin layer of water so that it's real slick, and they teach you how to control your car. I mean, you're not always going to be able to control it, but they'll give you a good understanding. But let's check this out right here. Yeah.
That's way too. Oh my God, man.
Oh, this guy's got control.
Oh, he's a drift.
He's
engineer.
fucking nuts for this shit, man.
Control, boy.
Look at that, right by that Red Bull. Oh,
it's like a video game to him.
It is.
Yo, this is just nerve.
It almost seems like one of those cars that you put a battery in, and it, like when you were a kid, and it fucking just rolls the circles.
And the way he stopped it in front of the camera.
This motherfucker. That's the real Fast and Furious right there, bro.
That's insane, man.
That's the real Fast and Furious right there. You want to know what Fast and Furious looks like? It's this motherfucker. Because when you're this talented, bro, that's the one.
How many cars do you think he crashed to get this good?
I mean,
you have to crash. It's like riding a bike. You're gonna fall.
Yeah.
Well,
you gotta have the
depends.
right car, though.
It depends, because most of these dudes go on a course and do it, or go in a parking lot and practice this.
But look at how small this. That's like him coming in here and doing that shit around the smoke box.
Yep.
That's like it's way too small of a corner, man.
He's got mad control, and that's not a huge car neither.
How much do you think that car is worth, though, man?
I don't know, probably like 80 grand.
Yeah. That's like a GTR.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I could not do that.
Would you like to do that?
I would like to learn how to do that, but I could not do that right now. I mean, I could drive like a motherfucker, but right there, that's different.
That's crazy.
That's a different skill set. He should be a stunt driver. He'd make a lot of money in Hollywood, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
He probably is.
He probably is one of them Fast and Furious drivers, I'm trying to tell you.
Because not many people really have the mindset or the skill set to do it.
Well, no, there's like a group of these motherfuckers that can drive like
no, I'm
this.
saying like to take it to be a professional stuntman.
Oh, yeah.
You could actually die in that.
Well, imagine how many hours it takes to be behind the wheel to do that.
Man.
Like to get that down.
And this cat's name is Diego Higa, Higa.
Right on, Diego Higa. You go ahead, Mike. All right, so moving on to the next shit, we already know that it's some weed shit right here because, Instagram be having weed heads, and this is at weedtimes_Z.
Yep.
I don't know what the fuck he's doing, but let's check him out. You got the real crutch.
The crutch.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
He's using a crutch.
Oh.
Get the fuck out of here.
An actual crutch.
That tastes nasty, though. Creative, buddy, but that tastes nasty right there.
Yeah, how old is that crutch? And is it a brand new crutch?
Did you like wash it through? Because I've seen the inside of a crutch and it like, oh, it's disgusting. Not like there's anything in there, but you know, it's that metallic taste.
It's cool how you made it like support the joints.
Well, it has the holes in there, dude.
That's what crutches do.
That's what crutches do, right? You know, it'd be the shit if somebody made a glass crutch with all the same ports like that. And, you know, boom. Crutch on crutch.
Crutch on crutch.
Crutch on crutch on crutch.
It'd be crutch in the game.
That's right. The cradle of civilization. The crutch.
Gross.
That is nasty,
It's
though.
good, yeah.
Listen, it may... I don't even know how cool that looks. I don't even know if that looks cool, but...
It's going to have a metallic taste.
That's what I'm
disgusting.
saying.
Like when you smoke out of a can, remember?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that kind of...
I mean, that's probably better than this.
Or like drinking...
That's probably better than this. That shit, I mean, hey, listen, it's medical grade, so maybe, you know, it's safe. I don't know. But that just doesn't seem like it would fucking I don't think that would do any favors to the flavor.
You got brain damage.
Yeah.
After
Maybe.
this.
He's been smoking too many crutches. All right. That was that was Weed Time_Z. All crutched out.
Now it's time for everybody's favorite part, bro.
Everybody's favorite part.
Everybody's favorite part.
Everybody. I think even the girls dig this part right here.
I can appreciate when a woman fucking goes the extra mile and wears some shit like this because it's really fucking hot. It's like unwrapping a present. But this one comes to us from Yanis Shark.
Yanis Shark. All right. Let's see which shark's rolling them waters. Oh, there you go, Hydro.
And she's like Victoria's Secret out.
I want to know how many times Hydro looked at this.
Look, he's smiling right now.
How many
You can
minutes?
see his face.
How many minutes did you watch this over and over and over again, Hydro? I wouldn't blame you. I would not blame you for doing that.
Yeah, she's fucking damn.
You watched it about 5 times? You sure not 10?
He made the views go to 100,000.
He was touched by an angel.
Well, she is. She's very angelic. Touched by an angel. That was good. Isn't she one of Charlie's angels?
Doing God's work right there.
Doing God's
God
work.
damn.
God's plan.
Makes you want to go to heaven.
God bless you. That was another top 3 Instagram posts of the week for BREALTV. Thank you very much, and we'll be right back.
One time for the one time. What up? It's the Smoking Primo Baby Bash, and check out this Smoke Box Throwback.
Let me welcome you to the smoke box. Windows up, couple in rotation. I boxed out about 3 or 4 faces.
Welcome back to another edition of the Smoke Box for BREALTV. I'm Dr. Green Thumb with 2 legends in the game right here. I mean, some legendary motherfuckers. We got Scott Storch up in here. Scott Storch up in here, and Steve LaBelle. My goodness, man, the history that's in this whip right now. We're going to just blaze on some good old weed. We got some Scott Storch OG, some Storch OG, right? In Phuncky Phil Tip 1. In Phuncky Phil Tip 2, we got some jet fuel. And, you know, Steve's going to be our referee right now. That's almost like a referee jacket.
Yeah, no problem. I'm a ref spotter.
NBA. Word up, man. So, let's just spark right quick, because, you know.
Why not?
started off right. I mean, you have an endless list of hits with several fucking artists. I mean, it would be hard to just sit here and name all the artists that you've produced for and like just, stamped fucking your production and even the artists in the history and time when some of these songs came out, man. I mean, fuck.
Man, it's a blessing to be a part of the movement and, for as long as I have been and touch the culture so strong, man. It's the love for music, man.
Yeah,
it keeps you going.
I mean, for a time there was nothing but like your beats on the radio, right? But with a bunch of different artists, and you couldn't go to a club without hearing at least 10 Scott Storch produced songs. I mean, how did that feel like when you first, like when the transition happened and the brand started getting out, and you roll into a club, and now you're hearing like your catalog just coming through.
It's crazy. It's like there was a period for my first 10 years of a 25-year career where I never even went out, really. Yeah. I was just in the studio. I was almost like a nerd, like my
in the lab.
I had every car. I had Ferraris in the parking lot and all that shit of the studio, and that's all the only place they went. I had management around me, and they were just like, "Yo, we're gonna make this right now."
It was all about work.
It was a focused energy. So people would come to the studio before this club, come smoke my weed, and
of course
leave me there, come back after, and usually have like a little sort of post club party at the studio.
Right.
But then there was a point where I was introduced to some really famous Hollywood type chicks, and then
they started luring you
out to the club, and then I got a taste of that shit, and the camera is popping and the bottles popping and just everything, and I went a little too far with it.
Just flipped the whole. it just flipped the whole lifestyle.
Yeah, the whole lifestyle.
Do you felt like it was a distraction from how you were in the lab all the time and just kind of focusing on that shit and letting the party come to you? Yeah. Now you're in the fucking
Now
party.
I'm in the party, and it was just I started resting on my laurels and just I had shit in the club jamming, but it was my shit from last year. But I was still,
you were still rolling off that.
I was stacking, you know what I mean? And I stopped working. I started partying, started snorting cocaine, and did all kinds of fucked up shit for 8 years. And it came to a point where that shit was just a wrap for me, and I knew what I had to do. I had children. I got, I had the ability to just make music again. Nothing stopping me except that drug. So
yeah,
I had to just cut that umbilical cord. Boom, that shit's gone.
Yeah, and a lot of the times, when people have that kind of talent, like the talent you possess, and your work ethic when you're on it, the only thing that could stop us is ourselves and the vices we choose to be that obstacle. You know what I mean? And it's cool that you got through that, because that's some shit that a lot of people don't really have the intestinal fortitude to fucking power through that shit and say, you know what, I'm cutting it off right here. I'm gonna get back to business.
A lot of people that fuck up, I feel like they hide and they don't have the courage to come back and say, yeah, I messed up, but here I am again. And that's where me and Steve LaBelle, we trudging through the trenches, man, and we knocking on doors again as if we knew in the game, and we squeaking our way onto a lot of albums right now.
And it shows character that you can do that, because you're right. A lot of people don't want to own up to their shit.
No, I embrace it.
You know what I mean? So
it's part of my life. You know what? I had a lot of fun. I made a lot of mistakes, and it's I'm not embarrassed of what happened. Anybody that was my age, that was thrown, $50 million and
it's a story
in Miami.
Hey, it's a story that's happened to many of us, but it's all about how you come out of that.
Yeah.
Some people, like I said, don't come out, and the strong ones do. They find a way to find that cutoff point and say, you know what, I got to get back to basics and shit like that. What's your inspiration right now? Because at that time, there was it was a different type of get down with the music. right now's get down is way different. But I would think that you would adapt right into what's going on right
Fortunately,
because you were
right
like
now,
one of the guys that like, you know, showed these guys how to do that type of shit.
But you know, it's like different waves have different things that you need out of the music. And fortunately for me right now, music is back to a place where there's a lot of piano driven stuff,
Right.
and it's like it's cool, man, because I eat that shit for breakfast. And I'm sort of like, I'm working with a lot of young dudes. I got this partner of mine, Diego Ave, I work with a lot. I'm working with Metro Boomin, working with Murder Beats, on all the young cats, and I'm catching that flavor, and it's like, we just rolling through it, man.
Is that your favorite way to create via piano?
Yeah.
Because some people like doing the guitar, you know.
But I can emulate like any instrument, like through different sounds and effects and running stuff through amps and making it sound legit, like to the point where it's like I got like a case of records in my brain that I can sample from, and it sounds like straight up samples, and I don't have to depend on buying sound packs and stupid stuff that these kids are doing today, because I know the music part.
Word up.
And I just got to know how to do it to the point where I don't over music it, and I just find that one little thing that they can comprehend, and boom.
Let me ask you this, as a student of the game, because you, as you said, you know, you've been in this game for 20 years, and before, you know, the hits started coming, you put in work in studios and like played on other productions and shit like that.
Yeah.
When did you decide in your mind that you could be a producer and not just a player?
I was originally, in 1992, I joined a group. I was a founding,
Storch OG, baby.
Yeah, man. I was a founding member of the Roots. I was a keyboard player, and in those days, I didn't really know what the role of who or what I'm supposed to be, a producer, this, man. I just knew I was a keyboard player.
Right.
I just happened to be writing all the songs in the group,
right,
all the tone center and the music and this and that. And I kind of felt like I was just labeled as this keyboard player, this white guy who plays keys in the Roots.
Right.
And I love the Roots, you know, don't get me wrong, but, you know, it's a band. And I wanted to be a creator, and I wanted to be in the studio. I watched guys like, you know, the Niccolo brothers.
Right.
I watched guys like, you know, Andy Kravitz and all these people that I met in Philly at the time I was doing the Roots stuff. And I was like, this is what I want to do. I want to just be a creator. So I remember I had a girlfriend at the time, and she was like, you're going to be like the Pete Best of the Roots. Pete Best is like the guy that left the Beatles.
The guy who left the Beatles, yeah.
So for a while it was getting scary. And then I started cooking up some beats, and this dude, Derek Jackson, took me to New York, and we did a little tour of everybody, and I got a gig, my first producer gig with Busta Rhymes, and the same week I got one with Capone and Noriega. And me and Busta made this song, Blot Out.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And he was the first believer. So
salute to Busta. You gotta get it.
Yeah, Busta Bus.
Busta Bus.
And I knew this, the big change was really what came into play when another person I knew from Philly, who was a female rapper, I put her on her first record with the Roots, Eve.
Eve, yeah.
And Eve had left town. I came to do a jam session at Martini Lounge in LA, my first trip ever to LA. And she's like, yo, I got signed to Dr. Dre to Aftermath Records. And you know, you were always cool to me, so I'm gonna put you deal with Dre. It changed my life overnight.
Changed your life.
Yeah, coming to LA.
For real.
So, yeah, the next day I was in with Dre. I didn't have any, at that time we had DAT tapes.
Yeah, I remember that.
With me of my beats. So I just sat down, I played him the piano. And an hour later I had a hotel room key, and I had a big stack of money, and I was ready to work on this new album, the Chronic 2000.
That's the thing about the Doc, man. He got, he knows talent when he sees it. That's real shit. Like, he'll put it on. It's a known history. How you doing back there, Mr. LaBelle?
Man, I don't smoke, and I'm like, what do you call it, clamming or something?
Clam bake, I call it.
Wow, I'm fucking high as kites. Scott, you should tell Be Real also when you interned.
Oh, yeah, I was telling him earlier a little bit something about that, but yeah, when I was interning at Rough House.
Oh, yeah.
And, it was y'all, Criss Cross, and the Fugees.
Yeah.
All on the label.
And the Goats.
And the goats, yeah. But Cypress Hill was like, you know, the greatest thing, man. You know, me and the homies, we used to fucking blaze out, do this right here. What we doing? This Cypress Hill.
You would intern in the studio.
From the bong.
When you were in the studio recording Cypress Hill, he's in there.
Yeah.
That's crazy. He's in there interning.
Yeah.
Scott was telling me that story.
I was trying to squeak my way onto records, man. I played piano, and it worked, man. I quit school in 9th grade, and I started taking the train from this little area in Pennsylvania over the bridge to Philly, and I wandered into 4th Street over there.
Yeah.
To fucking 444.
Studio 4.
We need a Scott Storch Cypress Hill collab.
Oh man, we need that. That's crazy. You just called it. He put that in the air like a fucking joint, man. Now, Steve, you know, when did you see the flip? Like when, you know, coming from your point of view, because you've been in the game longer than both of us, you know, when did you see the transition, like that he was like, you know, back to base, getting back to basics?
Well, you know, look, I've been in the music industry because of Jam Master Jay 30 years, and I know Scott at least 15 years, you know, running cross paths and so on and so forth. But I went to interview Scott for my talk show, which I interviewed you.
That's right.
Live with Steve Lobel, and you know, Scott and me have so many mutual friends where we have the most respect for one another. And he was like, "Hey, you want to manage me?" And I was like, "You know, let me think about it." And it wasn't much to think about. And I said, "You know what?
Yeah.
I don't even care." And I said, I was humbled and honored and blessed. And I was like, "You know what? Let's go." And we both have so much in common, and we laugh every day. And I don't really laugh a lot. And from there, you know, the rest was history. We just started making moves. We got the new Game record out with Jeremiah.
Nice.
We got the new Shaggy record. We got a Chris Brown record coming. We're working with French. We're working with Bone Thugs, so on and so forth. So, you know, look, everybody goes through trials and tribulations.
That's right.
And you don't judge somebody like that. Only God could judge. But Scott's talent never left. So I was like, I wasn't just going to say I'm a believer in the beginning, but I was a believer. And then we just started going. We got so much going on. And it's like hip hop, you know. We call ourselves the Jew Crew, like 3-6. What do you call us?
2 Live Jew.
2 Live Jew Crew. So, you know, just 2 white guys who are Jewish from the East Coast in the hip hop business. So, you know, we're just working, man.
But it's good to see that, though, man, and it's good to see like you active again like that, and hear it more than anything. Because, I mean, shit, man, it's like the history of shit that you've laid down in your career, you know. Coming from all the way back in those intern days to what you were able to accomplish, that shit is...
Come on, Fat Joe, Lean Back, Still Dre,
dude,
Candy Shop, 50 Cent. Like, we can go on and on and on. This guy's... Come on.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, go on and on. I want people to know
go
the
on,
songs.
Scott. Give a little resume.
Smash on them, because people need to hear this shit.
Stick your chest out. You deserve it.
Stick your chest out, for real.
Still Dre, Explosive, just a little bit. Candy Shop, Popping Them Things, Lean Back, Make It Rain.
Running, Chris Brown.
Run It, Give Me That. Naughty Girl, Baby Boy. You Should Let Me Love You. Let Me Blow Your Mind, even Gwen Stefani.
Damn, I mean...
We went over, there's like 860 some
You
more.
Ain't Know, Birdman and Wayne.
Damn.
G-Unit.
See, you ain't know. Now, if you didn't know, now you do.
But I could go back further. I mean, another sign, Schoolie D. You know, people don't know about Schoolie D.
Yeah, Schoolie D. Shout out to Schoolie D.
Hip hop don't know you.
Wow.
If you don't know what we're talking about.
Exactly.
Word up, man.
And he's still doing stuff with new artists like P&B Rocks.
Yeah, man.
You know, Schoolie's doing art now.
Yeah, I know.
Like he's painting and shit like that.
And I see his name on them, like, them cartoon shows on like Kid Robot.
Yeah, the Robot Chicken and shit like that. He's doing his thing, man. Shout out to Schoolie. Word up, man. Now, being that we're in a smoke box and you are smoking the Storch OG, you know, what got you into the cannabis culture?
Man, I've always been in it, and it's always worked for me. When I switched over to the other shit, that's when shit went wrong for me. So, as a blessing, the weed was there for me when I left that other shit alone. Right. And really helped keep me off of it, which is a great thing. It keeps me calm. I sleep really well. Very productive.
Back to focus.
Yeah, focus. And weed does that. It's just a peaceful, like, you know, amazing vibe. It creates a good vibe. And I think it enables you to listen to music for a longer time before your ears give out.
I believe so, too. Definitely. And it allows you to listen to it in a different perspective. Because when you listen to a song when you're straight, completely sober, or an album, you take it one way. And if it's dope, it's dope, no doubt. But like when you fucking, if you get stoned and you listen to it when you're baked, it takes on different colors, different layers, different dynamics.
You hear it differently.
Oh yeah.
We smoked out the Storch OG right now because I'm high as a kite.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Where could they find the Storch OG?
The Storch OG is actually my girl. Is the girl that got me sober.
Right.
And her whole family is in the weed world. They got WHTC.
Nice.
It's a dispensary in Lancashire, and real impressive facility. And they were like, "Yo, let's make a Scott Storch OG for you." And man, it's a blessing. So I always have a nice stash of weed around the house.
Right on.
Got the Storch OG.
And that's your favorite strain of OG?
Yeah.
OG Kush.
Yeah. It's a hybrid OG, but it's like clean. All right back there?
Yeah, you know what Scott was saying on the way here, Be Real?
Gets you stoned. I like
saying that.
I like the Gorilla Glue. And there's a new strain I just tried called Dosey Dose.
Yeah.
That's really bomb.
Dosey Dose, yeah. I just had some of that. Burner put me onto that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit is
They have it there also.
So no blunts, right?
No, I'm papers
Straight
and
white
dabs.
girls.
I like the dabs. Nug run dabs.
Nug run dabs. No trim.
You know how long I've been in this music industry and around marijuana, and I never smoked, and maybe once in Amsterdam with Jam Master Jay's son, and maybe once with Scott on 420, but this is like amazing feeling. We just need some snacks. But on the way here, Scott was talking some stuff like, I smoke more than Be Real and Snoop Dogg. I'm like, nah, you can't fuck with that, Scott.
I think we probably smoke the same. You know what I mean?
Oh shit, I'm about to join the crew, man, because
there you go.
I don't know.
You feel pretty good though, right?
I'm high as a kite. Need some sweets, maybe,
choked out, but
give me 2 years. Good. He's gonna be the biggest pothead in the world. You're like, yo, I got some indica.
He gave me some weed juice, and I was up for 2 days, and I was laughing. There was some cannabis juice, and it tastes like cranberry juice. So I got high as hell off that. The whole house was spinning. And I just wouldn't stop laughing, and I was starving.
That's great.
I poured him a little shot. I said, drink this. Don't drink any more than this.
That helps.
And I went upstairs to get a tattoo of my dog on my chest. And I was upstairs. He was downstairs, and he continued to drink the entire bottle. 240 milligrams of Zasp.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Destroyed.
Destroyed.
He came upstairs, and he was all laughing. I was like, something's wrong here. He told me he drank the bottle. I said, this is going to be bad in like 30 minutes.
Got to ride it out, too.
And it was bad.
He was a soldier.
That's a long ride, too. That's a long ride back. Okay, last question. I should have asked this before because the weed questions are always last, but I wanted to know. What was your favorite collab? The one, because you did a lot. Like, you produced for a lot of people, but what was your favorite shit that was like your most... that session where like, damn, what was your damn factor?
I had a few dams, but the one dam that's, for me, is incredible is the Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre record. Just being a kid and being able to be part of that and to have composed Still Dre.
Yeah,
that shit.
Classic.
I have a story about that record because I went back to the East Coast for a little bit and I was... doing some work out there, and I hadn't quite popped off yet, but I had been working with Dr. Dre.
Right.
And everybody knew, oh shit, Scott's been working with Dre, but he's back here. I actually was cleaning my apartment out because I was moving back to actually permanently live in LA. And I remember I didn't realize how time was flown, and I was going to do a jam session, and I was driving from Philly to New York. I was going over the Holland Tunnel, and it was frozen. And we got to just sit there and wait. And all of a sudden, Funkmaster Flex dropped.
Bombs.
Bling, 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 bling. I was like, what?
Oh,
this shit's out? And it was out. And he dropped bombs on that shit for 45 minutes. And for 45 minutes, we sat on that frozen over bridge that leads to the Holland Tunnel. We were going to play at the wetlands.
Wow.
That must have felt crazy that, you're hearing Funkmaster Flex, who pretty much... at that time was just stamping all the hot shit.
Yes, it was the craziest feeling. That was my first really fucking massive record, man.
Word up. I I wish, I'm gonna try to get Dre in the box one of these days. I gotta, come on, Dre, get in the box with the other doctor.
Scott's been in with Dre too, cooking.
Yeah, word up.
Dre, I'm back in his good graces. I lost him for a little bit, man, when I went crazy, but he heard the news. He knew I was fucking with this guy. And, man, it's a blessing to be back in that camp.
Well, I'm glad you're back, brother. They need your music right now, and we got to get something going on. For real, we got to get something going on, Cypress.
Hell yeah! Anytime, man, come to the lab and let's do it.
Word up. Where can they find you if they want to, get at you and follow the movement?
Yo, ScottStorch.com. Scott Storch. If everyone want to reach out, send stuff, Scott Storch 2016 at Gmail.
Scott Storch official on Instagram.
Official on Instagram. I'm not really into that stuff, man. I just make the music.
Word up. And what about the shows, Steve?
Steve live with Steve Lobel, and you can find me at We Working on Instagram with just Steve Lobel. We're just sitting in the studio.
Man is active right here. You got to follow my man. Watch the show. It is a dope show. I've been on it. It's dope.
Scott too? Yep. Scott, I appreciate that.
I can't front. You got me baked, dog.
I know. I was gonna say, why Scott stop smoking
right now?
He got him baked, and
man, I'm trying to remember social medias and shit.
To everybody out there, you're looking at 30, 40, 50, about 60, 70 years of music culture.
Yeah. Word up, man. We thank you for watching. Leave your comments. Subscribe to the channel. Fuck with Scott Storch, Steve LaBelle. It'll do you right. This has been another Smoke Box. Thank you very much.
Let me welcome you to the Smoke Box. Windows up, couple in rotation. Hot boxed out about 3 or 4 faces.
Hi.
Everywhere, 100 deep up in here, yeah. Fuck the haters, we don't care if it's the mile high drop round here. Jet fuel in the air, middle fingers everywhere, 100 deep up in here, yeah. Fuck the haters, we don't care if it's the mile high drop round here. As I fill up my papers, the haters catching the vapors. You know I'm holding the flavors. The neighbors smell it when I sell it, and the hype is major. People shell it, gotta have it if you crossing the fader. I wanna give a prescription, I got you dabbing and hitting the kush, sipping the shining, we push harder than ever. Worse for better, we endeavor to grind, moving with my family together. We on the jet fuel, pushing to the highest level. Call me your highness rebel, smoking the finest ever. Call me Greenthumb, bitch, remember mine forever. My Ohio and we ain't coming down no time if ever. Jet fuel in the air, middle fingers everywhere, 100 deep up in here, yeah. Fuck the haters, we don't care if it's the mile high club round here. Jet fuel in the air, middle fingers everywhere, 100 deep up in here, yeah. Fuck the haters, we don't care if it's the mile high club round here. I got your medication, see we lacing the nation. What we blaze is amazing, stoner of the year here, I'm the dream that you're chasing. If you take another hit, I know your heart be racing. See, I be burning with burner, because me and Burner know Mary's a very good earner. She be turning up and you can never get enough. You can never spend it up, you just wanna spend it up. No room for hesitation, cause if you're waiting, people taking medication, be gone. They say Greenthumb, tell us why you waited so long. This ain't no pre-run, homie, what we serve is the bomb. Jet fuel in the air, middle fingers everywhere, 100 deep up in here, yeah. Fuck the haters, we don't care if it's the mile high club round here. Jet fuel in the air, middle fingers everywhere, 100 deep up in here, yeah. Fuck the haters, we don't care if it's the mile high club round here.
And that's going to do it for us right here on the Dr. Greenthumb Show. We want to thank everybody for watching and putting up with our shit. Yes. You guys got any shout-outs?
Yeah, I'd like to say shout out to everyone that follows me and watches me on High and Hungry and in High Fidelity. You can follow me C-Fan4 on all the social medias, and also catch me today at the Ace Hotel on the rooftop 3 to 8, and tomorrow at the Low Boy from 9 to 1.
Word.
Follow me at E-Zone, the firm. That's E-Zone, DAFIRM for all the comedy gigs.
There is every last Friday of the month, there is a comedy night, High and Hungry Comedy Night at the Love Song Bar downtown LA. March 28th, there is a comedy night that I'm hosting and performing at the Commissary Lounge in Orange County. And for all of the dates, just stay tuned and follow me.
Follow me at DJ Lenny Ducano, and I'm going to throw this one to funkyfieldtips.com. Today, we're going to be releasing the first Phuncky Premium of the spring collection. So, funkyfieldtips.com around 4:20 p.m. today, new tip being released.
Word up. Follow us on IG, Facebook, all over the place. Leave comments, subscribe to the channels, do all that. Make sure you visit Dr. Greenthumb's. It's a Flavor Friday, so we got mad flavors: butter cake, dolce, plum loco, Holland space cake, and so many more. Come check them out. Flavors upon flavors, and that's gonna do it for us right here. So stay blazing, and we'll see you next week. One.